Joker been busy. You know, I ain't monetized, so you know how that goes. To get motivated, messing with this damn YouTube, this damn algorithm and stuff. But yeah, a lot been going on since I ain't been on YouTube, man. You got this stuff with Bimmy, which is like taking over the airwaves. And to this day, it's still hard to really determine. I mean, I guess it could, but because it's like people got paperwork. Like I said, the last time this came around like a year or two ago, so this Bimmy situation has been like so hard to determine. Like paperwork is supposed to like, you know what I'm saying? You got paperwork, but in this day and age, it's like so this Bimmy stuff. I don't know what the hell's going on with this Bimmy stuff, man. But I would like to just know the actual real truth because it seems like no matter who says whoever it depends on who's ever talking, who says it. It depends on is going to determine how it's going to sound. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole other thing. I'm just saying I ain't been here in a minute, so a lot of stuff been going on. But this Cash Money No Limit versus last night, and I'm surprised to see a lot of New Yorkers on here acting like they interested, acting like they interested in this shit with Peter Pan 709 was good. Big ups to you. Acting like they're interested because back in the day, and I said stuff like this before. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from a place called Easton, Pennsylvania, which is the border of New Jersey. New York is about what 70 miles, you know what I'm saying, from Easton. So the further you go west from Easton, the more you hear West people were into Western types or whatever. But in Easton, nobody was listening. This is what I the main point. In Easton, nobody was listening to down south music when No Limit first, Cash Money first came out, and No Limit. I don't know nobody that was like none of that stuff, especially New Yorkers around there. Anybody, even people from Pennsylvania, from Easton. I was the only person listening to Cash Money when they came out. I was the only one. And when I was locked up, I was in a juvie. I was in boot camp. This was probably like what was this? I was like 15. So this must have been about 96. Is the first time I ever heard of like I was in there with a kid from I think he was from Harrisburg or something like that. A white kid from Harrisburg. Maybe it was Pittsburgh, somewhere out west, you know what I'm saying, in Pennsylvania. And he was the first person I ever even heard mention Master P. He was talking about this man. He was like going on about Master P. I'm like, Master, he was talking about this ice cream man shit. I'm like, ice cream man, Master, what is that? This is like way before, you know what I'm saying? This was about 96, like I said. So then I got out boot camp. It probably wasn't until like a whole year later, I think, maybe even longer than that, until I actually heard of Master P, like really heard of a song, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like I said, the further you go west from Easton in Pennsylvania, people like were on to westerns type stuff. But in Easton, everybody only listened to New York rap. We grew up on New York rap. Everybody only listened to New York rap. A little bit of South rap creeped in here and there, way back in the day. Type only the main songs though. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was listening to Southern or Western rap until Snoop and them came out. Then of course when they came out with the Chronic, that was different. But and NWA too. But even NWA when I was young, a lot of people wasn't listening to NWA like that where I was from. But so yeah, and then I got onto Master P. But anyway, this whole thing, like I was saying about this whole situation, Joker got implicated in a crime over Cash Money because this was fast forward to I was about what was I about? I must have been about 19, 20, I guess, around this time. This is like around 2000. I think I had just got out from being locked up, or but no, this is after I got. This is about 2001, 2002. So Joker's robbed my car. You know what I'm saying? Broke into my car. Um, Allegedly, some New York niggas that was around there, and really what they had a fiend do it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do it themselves, but this is what happened. Joker's broke into my car. You know what I'm saying? This is a project. This is where I'm from. Joker's was out there, so I'm automatically this is in the project. This is where I grew up at. So I left. One of my peoples got to his car. We went smoking and stuff like that. Came back, riding around smoking, chilling. You know what I'm saying? I am who I think I am at the time, so I'm just like whatever. But come back, realize my car was tampered with. So I pulled up. So my car looked weird. Like the window was like weird. Something was that shoot right away. So I went, opened my door, looked in there. Jokers took my speakers. This is back when everybody had you had 212s in your trunk, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? amps. This is back when all those times everybody had an amp. Like now, I ain't had no system in my car. I can't remember the last time I had a system in the car. Probably think when I had an Expedition, like damn near fucking what 20 years ago or something like that. I had like 12 speakers and shit, like amps and TVs and all that crazy shit. My car got a TV now, but it's like came with the car. It's like factory inside the car. But this is back when everybody had all the extra trimmings. You had the rims, you had the speakers, you had amps in there. Joker had tweeters probably in the corner. You know what I'm saying? This is when you went to an audio sound place and they hooked all your shit up. Long story short, this is back when too. I still had a tape deck on my car. See, people had CDs. CDs was out, but I was still fucking with tapes back then. Took me a minute to really adapt to CDs. I didn't like them that much at first. It was kind of weird that how they were. They were easily scratched. It was too fragile. Like I was just like, I was too delicate. Come back to my whip. And look, this is the come back to my whip. Everything out my car is gone except a fucking juvenile tape. Everything out my car was stolen except a juvenile tape, and it was left like on like the little middle like left there, kind of like as a laughing thing. Like Joker's was laughing, like yeah, we took everything except this fucking down south shit, this juvenile shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I had everything. They took everything out my whip except that. And like I said, this is in the projects. This is where I'm from. So Jokers is there as outsiders. Outies, what I used to call them, out of towners. So you could imagine the way I felt. So anyway, without going too much into it, the next day, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But yeah. So Jokers, because people saw how upset I was when I got back to my car after I came back. I got looked at my car. I said, "What the?" And then for a Joker to leave the juvenile tape was the only thing left in my car, kind of like as a laughing at you type shit. Like, oh yeah, let's. So anyway, yeah, whatever it was after that, whatever is then Joker was implicated in some bullshit, which I didn't have nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it wasn't. But people only see the last thing they see. They hear something what they hear, so it's like, oh yeah, this happened. So, but Joker, I didn't have nothing to do with the situation that happened after the next day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But so now when I seen this Cash Money No Limit versus, I seen all these New Yorkers like into it, making videos about it. Like the New Yorkers didn't like that South music and those times when that shit was pumping like that. No New York, you wouldn't catch a New York Joker dead listening to Cash Money or No Limit. This is around, like I said, around the early 2000s. Even people, even my friend, even people I knew was always had little slick comments like, "You listening to that shit to get it?" I was fucking with Cash Money. Like No Limit was out. Like back then, there wasn't so much No Limit for me. It was more Cash Money. That's when I really got into the South music. But yeah, that shit was tough. You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with Cash Money tough and Master P too. Like when I first started hearing certain stuff like that, but I caught on to the Cash Money era of the South music, and BG Chopper City in the Ghetto, all that type of stuff. That shit was tough back then. Lil Wayne, I was listening to Lil Wayne back before he couldn't even curse. He'd be on the records like, I don't curse, but I wet up his shirt type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now I didn't watch the verses yet because I'm gonna wait till I gotta work. I'm a truck driver, so I'm going to work later on. I'm gonna listen to it then as I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? Give me something to do. So I think it lasts at least like an hour and stuff like that. The truck drivers be fiending for long, interesting content. You know what I'm saying? Especially nowadays with all these regulations, they don't want you touching your phone and stuff like that. So truck drivers love when they can put something on that lasts a long time and something that's interesting. They can keep listening or watch, not really watching, but listening to it as you drive. So that's on my playlist for the night from when I work. Got the Cash Money No Limit verses lined up. I just took a sneak peek. I ain't gonna lie, I took a sneak peek at the About It segment real quick. I did listen to that a minute ago because like I said, I was more of a Cash Money, but the About It, the Master P About It, one of my all-time, I say top 10 favorite songs ever. That's in my gym playlist right now. You know what I'm saying? If I'm working out, that's coming on at some point. You know what I'm saying? So, and Mia X on the back, she's tough too on there, but every time you hear, not every time, but Mia X probably got about, I don't know how many different versions of her verse on About It. If you listen to it on different tapes from back then or different times, different shows, her verse be different. She don't. She probably got at least about, I'll say like 3 or 4 different verses that she'll say to that song, and it could be different at whatever, whenever you heard it, whatever tape you might have heard it on, whatever time it was. So but yeah, man, New Yorkers out here making videos like they was into this, but New Yorkers weren't into no goddamn Cash Money and No Limit back then. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, Jokers got my car robbed and left the goddamn No Limit tape in there. I mean the Cash Money Juvenile tape on purpose to add some more on some funny shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to dig at me. And yeah, that infuriated me more when I got back to my car and see you take everything out my car. You're gonna leave a Cash Money Juvenile tape on my car. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how frustrated the Joker was over that. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna really do that? Like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, whatever happened, nothing to do with me. But of course, everybody, my name is going around, whatever. But yeah, man, the good old No Limit Cash Money days. Except because when certain verses come on, like some of them I don't be paying attention to, but certain ones like the 3 6 Mafia when I was really into that one too. You know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with 3 6 Mafia tough. And again, like I was saying on that video too, I'm like the only person I know who was listening to that kind of music from where I'm from. Everybody up here was all New York music. I grew up on New York based music. Everybody around here was New York rap until like as time went on, people started listening to other stuff. But back in the day, you wouldn't hear a Joker from Pennsylvania, Eastern Pennsylvania, Eastern and Eastern Pennsylvania. Everybody's listening to everybody, Jay Z, everybody grew up all that Biggie stuff, which I was fucking with too. Never really a big Jay Z fan, but I also always had an ear for Southern music. Um, Part of my family's from down south. It could be that. I don't even know if it's that though, because even like my family from up here, from down, we had the same family. They weren't even listening to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So for whatever reason, I was just into it. You know what I mean? When I first seen Juvenile out there sweating, you know what I'm saying, on the high video, like it was fucking 1,000 degrees out there. He was out there saying this shit, and the shit he was saying, this is the time I was like really first started really hustling, and the shit just made so much sense. I was like, this shit is tough. I didn't give a fuck with nobody. That's the one thing about me. I always like do the shit I do. I never need nobody around me to be like, oh, I'll be on my own little vibe dolo. You know what I'm saying? Like on my own in a heartbeat. I never needed people around me to be like, oh, I'm always the eyeball out with certain shit. You know what I'm saying? But when I first see that video, I said, no, this is some real shit. This dude is out here sweating to death doing this video in the heat. You know what I'm saying? He said, you can't keep an old lady because you keep fucking her friends, huh? You got a child support, huh? You know what I'm saying? That was that nerve, huh? You didn't even get a chance to say a word, huh? I know I ain't tripping. Don't your brother got them birds, huh? You want to bust a nigga's head, huh? You ain't scared, huh? You know, when that shit came out, I was a fan right then and there. That was it. I was a Cash Money hardcore fan from the door. I had every album that came out after that. That was my shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. And to tell you the truth, Lil Wayne, I was surprised that Lil Wayne blew up how he did. To tell you the truth, he was never like my favorite Cash Money person back then. My favorite person was at first Juvenile and then BG. You know what I'm saying? When that Chopper City in the Ghetto came out, I think that's the album that had Bling Bling on it. That Chopper City in the Ghetto tape. I'm saying tape because I was on it since back then. When tapes was out, when that Chopper City in the Ghetto CD that tape came out, boy, that shit was tough. That's when I really was solidified me. That shit was tough. Juvenile, 400 Degrees, all that shit, flosses, like that shit was tough back then. I've been up on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm laughing at any New Yorker on here now making a video about the verses, acting like they was up on this shit back then. New Yorkers back then were New Yorkers were the biggest haters. I be hearing people say that, and some people, especially on Drink Champs, nobody be going back. New Yorkers were the biggest haters on any music from anywhere else. That yes, they was for a long time. You know what I'm saying? For a long ass time. New Yorkers ain't fuck with no other. I ain't even heard know a lot of people that was listening to snooping them like that. You would have to catch a New Yorker like in a room by himself with headphones on to hear see him listening to like Snoop and them back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like even that, like New Yorkers are hard when it comes to hip hop, man. Like and rightfully so though. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so. I grew up on New York rap, but it wasn't until I got older until I ventured out on my own, started listening to other stuff. But that's just what it was, man. Hit the like button if you're in here. And everybody I'm seeing is saying that No Limit won the verses last night, which is kind of surprising because Cash Money definitely had more commercial hit records. You know what I'm saying? No Limit did too, though. No Limit definitely had a run when yeah, No Limit had a run, but I think Cash Money had a longer run of hit records. But No Limit definitely, I was locked up for most of the No Limit when they had their real run. I was locked up then. I ain't talking about when Master P was about it for. I'm talking about like after, like years later when Silk the Shocker and them was there. C Murder, now C Murder might have, I don't know if he was locked up around the time or not, but Silk the Shocker when Mystical and them, I was seeing all those videos when I was locked up. But they definitely had a long ass run. They definitely had a run, but Cash Money, I would say had a longer run, and probably had a couple more uh universally hit records. I would say like Bling Bling is something that took off to the point where like it introduced a whole new word into rap. You know what I'm saying? Bling Bling. Juvenile Back That Ass Up was like another monster hit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Master P and them had a hit as big as Back That Ass Up. I think I would say out of both of them, I think Back That Ass Up might be the biggest hit. I'm just sitting there thinking. I'm not saying as far as numbers. I didn't look it up or nothing, so I'm not sure. I could be way off, but I'm thinking that Back That Ass Up might be the biggest hit out of both of their camps. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a female song. Dudes like the song too. It's catchy. It could play anywhere. It's like a different. It's not no. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a universal song that a lot of people can like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think Back That Ass Up might be the biggest hit between both of those camps. And Bling Bling too, like I said, Bling Bling took on a life of his own. That was like took us a whole different. It made the actual word into the diction. I think it's in the dictionary even nowadays. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to it when I'm driving tonight. I think I gotta go to New York tonight. I think what is my thing say? I think I gotta go to Queens, Staten Island. I'm gonna listen to it. But yeah, man. Everybody's saying No Limit One from all the videos I've seen, people talking about it. Cause that Bout It, when that Bout It comes on, that is something different, man. I ain't gonna lie, like Bout It is a different beast. Like I might have to say Bout It out of both camps, that might be the most you know what I'm saying, like the beast song. You know what I'm saying? Like Bout It is the song that's just like the most hardcore, I would say, out of both of those camps, of all the songs they got. And don't get me wrong, they both got some other hardcore stuff. But Bout It is different. When that shit came out, and I was confused when that came out because it's obviously a West Coast sounding beat. You know what I'm saying? And it took me a while too. Like I didn't like, but the masterpiece from New Orleans, and he moved to Richmond, California. Then so it was like a little weird thing at first. I didn't understand none of that stuff at first, as far as, but that Bout It, boy. Like I said, something this said your video too blurry using the feature. Nah, this is an Android phone, man. Moto. It's because it's dark in here too. I should have turned my light on probably. But yeah, my bad. I don't be up on here like that. You know what I'm saying? Cut the Joker some slack, Slum Finesse, 518. You know what I'm saying? I do got a studio and stuff like that. I actually, you know what I bought the other day? I bought a goddamn Roadcaster Pro. The shit that cost $700. I bought that shit a couple weeks ago. I didn't use it yet though. I bought the Roadcaster Pro. I got the a mic with it. Um, I didn't even use it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even use this shit yet. So I've been wanting to buy it for the longest. So I finally was like, let me grab this up because I want it. See, don't get it messed up, Slum Finesse 518. When I really get down to it, when I get the motivation to really come back, I got a studio. I got the Roadcaster Pro, Roadcaster Pro, was it Rodecaster Pro 2, brand new shit out the box. I didn't even mess with it yet. Slum Finesse said Wayne let the world down last night. He let petty shit get in the way of securing hip hop culture. Yeah, stuff like that, man. I heard he wasn't there. I don't like stuff like that. I don't appreciate when people act like that. I think at the end of the day, certain monumental things should always be honored, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of people's differences and stuff like that, because regardless of how you want to say it, I know a lot of stuff has happened between them, but Baby definitely put Lil Wayne on. Like I said, I was a Cash Money fan from the beginning, so I saw the whole growth from the whole thing. Lil Wayne wouldn't be who he is without Slim. I mean, Baby and Slim. Damn, what I do? Oh shit! Oh, here we go. Yeah, without Slim, Baby and Slim. And Slim is a joker who's in the background. You never really even hear him too much. He never really around. He's like a dude in the back. But yeah, you got to put shit aside for the culture. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like shit like that, man. Especially when it comes to hip hop, because some shit is too important to. There was another one too, and I was like, they really dropped the ball by not being there. Who the hell was it? Um, One of these other verses too. I forget what it was. I was like, petty stuff. Even if you got to just show up, because this shit at the end of the day, this shit is work. You know what I'm saying? You don't like everybody at your job. You hate some people at your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to go there. You got to go to work. You got bills to pay. You got to do what you got to do. So you should show up for certain stuff, man. Like Little Wayne should have definitely been there. And I heard Turk wasn't there too. I'm not. I seen like a little video he did saying it's unclear as far as like was he invited or was he not invited or whatever the case is. I'm not sure, but he should have been there too. You know what I'm saying? I will say this though. I got to keep it real. I will say this. Me being a Cash Money fan from back then, I do have to say, and this is no shots at Turk. I like Turk, but he was definitely not. He was definitely, and when I say weakest, I don't mean like whack, like he's whack, but as far as like his because he didn't put that much stuff out back then. He did come out with an album back then eventually. Um, then was the No Limit as an Army, Betty of the Navy. Was that on Turk's album? The Army Navy shit? That might have been. I'm not. I can't remember. But yeah, Turk was the least. I don't want to say productive, but he was doing the least work. I'll say. Just put it that way. Let's say he was doing the least amount of work out of everybody in the crew. You know what I'm saying? Back then, because BG was the shit back then. It was like BG and Juvenile was like kind of neck to neck. We seen Juvenile first, so everybody resonated with Juvenile first. But BG, make no mistake about it, BG he was tough. And I think I seen in a podcast, matter of fact, the other day somebody was saying something like um BG was really supposed to be the one that's supposed to come out first, but he got locked up or something like that. So then they ran with Juvenile or something. But BG, by the time I heard Chopper City in the Ghetto, then when I looked, he already had like I think 5 albums even before that, before he really became a household name himself. You know what I'm saying? And then of course Little Wayne came up. He started coming what he was doing little by little. Then he just blew up out of the water. But Turk was like the one that really didn't catch on like that. I'll say, you know what I'm saying. But much respect to Turk. I always fuck with Turk, but he was the one that didn't really catch on like that. So Baby cursed Turk out before the cameras went off. His final comments was saying, "Yeah, I heard some shit like that." And for what? It doesn't make them look bad as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So Turk had some good verses. Turk had the hood. Turk never went mainstream. That's what I'm saying, right? Exactly. He never went mainstream like that. Exactly. I'm not taking nothing away from his skills or who he was. He just never went mainstream like that for whatever the reason was. Like he didn't blow up like that, or he just maybe he didn't. I don't know. Just didn't have the opportunities, or maybe because these jokers too back in the day was always locked up. You gotta remember, especially especially BG and Turk. They was the two that was always getting locked up and had like a dope addiction too. Was Turk? Let me misspeak. I can't say for my memory's a little fucked up, but BG definitely had a heroin addiction for a fact. Did Turk have one too? I can't remember if Turk had one too, but I know BG definitely had a heroin addiction that he was battling since back then. So it caused him to do a lot of bullshit and make a lot of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Caused a lot of bullshit. Fucking with that heroin addiction, but yeah, I'm about to get out of here. But yeah, BG definitely had the heroin addiction. I remember that shit back then. And fucking Cash Money was having hit after hit back then. Boy, Manny Fresh with them beats. Man, I fucking fell in love with them beats. That's why I really got onto them. I fell in love with them beats. But the whole video, like I was saying, in case people just came in before I get out of here, Joker back in the day, Joker's robbed my car. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, where I'm from, I'm the only person that was listening to Southern music, any kind of thing outside of New York hip hop. Of course, I listened. I grew up on New York rap. I always listened to New York rap too, but I was fucking with Cash Money tough when they came out. That Juvenile High shit, when that shit came out, boy, that shit was heavy. Boy, that shit was tough to me anyway. I don't know if other people around was secretly listening to it or whatever, but I'm the only one you would see drive through the projects bumping that shit. You know what I'm saying? Silk the Shocker still sound like shit. It was embarrassing. Everybody said that he never could rap on beat, man. Silk the Shocker, he never was like a good rapper on beat. And like I said, most of that Silk the Shocker, that whole era with No Limit, I was locked up. But I used to see the videos when I was locked up. But that whole era when they really was out, that I was locked up for that whole era when Master P and them really was on like a real run. You know what I'm saying? Because Bout It and all that stuff was like years earlier than when he came out with Silk the Shocker and all them. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying, Joker's robbed my car back then. Took everything out my car. My speakers. This is back when Jokers had 12-inch speakers in your trunk all the time, two 12s with an amp and some tweeters probably, and some mids hooked up, shit like that. Tape deck pulled out probably or whatever shit. Took all my shit and had the nerve to leave the Juvenile tape in my car. Man, look, imagine, fucking imagine how Joker felt coming back seeing that. It's like not only is this for in my projects, then some outsiders are here doing some bullshit. Then you're gonna get my car robbed and leave a Juvenile CD tape in my car to try to laugh. Boy, oh boy. Sometimes you just reminisce about old shit. You be like, damn, what the fuck? God damn. But yeah, that's what happened, man. And a Joker wasn't happy, boy. I say that much. Little Joker was not happy about that. Little Joker was not happy about that, boy. But yeah, we get up out of here. Got shit to do. But I'm gonna listen to the verses when I get back to work, when I get back in the truck. So I can listen to it on the road. Get pumped up in the truck, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna see it later on. I'm gonna listen to it, then I'm gonna watch it after that. Yeah, shout out to everybody that came through. Hit the like button if you didn't hit it. Like Slum Finesse said, 518. The shit is blurry because I'm not in the light. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I should have turned the other light on because the light that's on is behind me, so that's probably making it more blurry too. You know what I mean? But like I said, I got a studio. I haven't. I just bought the Rodecaster shit. I didn't even use the shit yet. Rodecaster 2. Shit cost me motherfucking $700, and then with them, I paid $1,000 for this shit altogether. A couple weeks ago, I didn't even really use this shit yet. So mastermind, let's get the likes up. This is hard working streamer. Send a super chat for extra perks. Remember perks. Show love is free. Abuse the phone screen. God damn it, you already said shit. Showing love is motherfucking free. You know what I mean? I know I fell off my shit. I don't be on here like that no more. If I don't get the shit fast enough, it gets like, what else could you add to? It's like I'm about to get back on my fucking shit. That's what I'm about to do. Hook my shit up. Get back in the studio. Start doing some quality shit. You know what I'm saying? I do want to buy a better camera. That's one more thing I do want to buy is a better camera. But the one I got is not bad. It's decent enough. I got the whole hookup and shit like that. I just don't be on it like that. Yeah, I gotta make you a mod. Slum Finesse. He said, "Don't give up." Yes, the thing is, Slum Finesse. I don't know how long you've been seeing my channel, but I was on here years ago. This is my second channel. My first channel got deleted. You know what I'm saying? Years ago. That channel started, I think, around 2014, 2015. The original LOB versus the internet. think I had about 12,000 subscribers when they deleted it, but I had like 5 million views. This was about within like 2 years. So I ain't saying it's the greatest, but my shit had traction and motion. I had many videos on there with a couple 100,000 views. My shit was blowing up and started making money, all the good shit. But the conspiracy shit and that shit I be on, they had, you know what I'm saying, took my shit off for some bullshit. Some copy, not, was some corny shit. The videos they took me off for, you know what I'm saying? And there are videos that are still on. I say this shit whenever I think about this shit. I can show proof. The videos they gave me strikes for and deleted my channel for are on fucking hundreds of channels right now to this fucking day. Hundreds of fucking channels to this day. One of them was the black girl. She was painting herself white, like making a statement about the police brutality. That shit's still on a fucking 1,000 channels. The one was the I think it was the Miami the baseball team, or was it the Dolphins? The Dolphins or whatever Miami coach was caught sniffing coke on camera. That's still on 1,000 motherfucking channels. They gave me a strike for that. Then it was some other shit about this woman who was like shooting the gun. She had like her baby in her hand and was like shooting the gun at like her baby's dad's house. Some weird shit, but it's for that. I'm not too sure about that one, how many, but the other two are still on 1,000 motherfucking channels. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna delete my channel for that. Obviously targeting. You know what I'm saying? So then when I came back, my shit never been the same. Got this channel. I've been struggling on 10. I think I got what 10,000 subscribers on here. Been struggling on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to fight through it. It definitely takes time, but you got to stay on top of this shit. And as time went on and shit, certain shit happened. Yeah, I've been blacklisted. They blacklisted my shit from way back then. But I had a couple breakthrough videos, man. A couple of my videos was on like World Star and shit like that. That I didn't pay for. Like they just put them on type shit. The Kanika Jenkins, all that type of shit was going on. My shit was blowing up. The whole Irving Plaza shoot, the Gucci Mane clone shit. I was killing the Gucci Mane shit when that shit, when he first came back out of jail. Everybody saying Joker was clone. All that type of shit. My shit was, and I was in the whole Illuminati shit. The Skull and Bone. I was in all that shit way before. That's why now I be seeing all these people into this Illuminati conspiracy. I did this shit a long time ago. So to me now it's like I done got bored with a lot of this shit at this point. And sometimes life just life. Sometimes you can't just do the same shit, and you gotta get used to other stuff and hit the goddamn like button too. Goddamn, like Slum Finance said, hit the goddamn like button. 518. I think that's New York, right? 518 area code, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's been a long road, Slum Finance, and this channel here, it's not monetized no more. You know what I'm saying? They demonetized me like, I guess it's been about a year. It's been a minute since I've been demonetized now. So once they demonetize you, they demonetized this one for what they say, reuse content, some shit like that. Then they wanted me to make a video and jump through all these hoops and make videos of why my content and this and that should be mine. I started to do it, and I said, you know what? SMD. Fuck out of here, YouTube. I'm tired of this shit. Got me jumping around like a goddamn kangaroo to try to keep my monetization. I said, take this. I ain't got time to be fucking sitting here and making a video trying to prove why my goddamn content should be this and that and that and this and that. I've been here doing this shit way before motherfucking a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Sansa said, when you in the streets, you can't leave the strap. That's part of your wardrobe. Definitely. Facts. That's a fact. But I'm not in the streets. I ain't been in the streets in a long time, so all that stuff is way behind me. You know what I'm saying? But definitely what you're saying is definitely facts, though. But yeah, man, this whole YouTube shit, I'd have been through so much shit with this YouTube shit you can't even imagine, man. At one point, these jokers had me stressed the fuck out. Says, saying you look like you've been in the streets. Yeah, I've definitely been in the streets before. God damn, I look like I've been in the streets before. My motherfucking hair and shit look kind of crazy. It's curly and shit. You know what I'm saying? God, they say I look like I've been in the streets before. God damn, I ain't been in the streets in a long time, but yeah, definitely I've been through a lot of shit, a lot of bullshit growing up in life. But yeah, man, shit is fucking. YouTube will stress you out, man. YouTube's, and you really, but I'm glad they got me back then because, yeah, I was just playing. So you actually know the term. I know that. I know I look kind of rough right now. I just got up on here. I ain't got no shirt. I'm just like, fuck it. I just jumped on. I ain't been on here in a minute. But YouTube would stress you out, especially back then. I was just starting to make money too. Like not on this channel. This channel been monetized. It's not monetized now, but I would never really made money on this channel. But my last channel, I was just starting to make that real goddamn money. My fucking last couple of checks, I was getting up to like 1,000 almost. I was like, I stumbled into YouTube. It was an accident. I didn't know about making money. I just came on here. I think the reason why I came on YouTube, if not mistaken, was the whole Hassan Campbell shit. This is before I knew who Hassan Campbell was. I was just hearing shit about Africa being Bada and all this child MOLES stuff. I don't want to say the word. So I was coming on here really to defend Africa being Bada at first. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking automatically some conspiracy going on and shit like that. So when I come on, and that's when I saw Hassan Campbell stuff, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, oh shit. Maybe this shit is got because Hassan Campbell didn't he the type of dude he was that came out when he first looked when he came out. I was like, damn, dude like this one come out here saying some shit like this unless it was true, probably. You know what I'm saying? And that was a whole different thing. But that's the reason why I first came on YouTube. But then right after that, the fucking the Gucci Mane clone shit and the Troy Ave Urban Plaza shoot, all that shit happened. So then I just started blowing up quick out of nowhere on my first channel. So it took off. Next thing you know, Joker's talking about you can make money on this shit. So I turned to remind it. I'm like, oh shit, you make it. But I was still in the streets when I first came on YouTube. So that's the other thing too. When you leave the street, start working and stuff. Back then, I had all the time in the world to do. But I'm saying, so I was good. I had money. I was in the streets. So it was. Then when you start working and shit and doing different stuff, I was like, man, I ain't got time for the YouTube shit like that. You got other stuff to do. But so that's how my other one blew up. It was like when then the Kanika Jenkins the Kanika Jenkins thing happened. It was like shit was coming out back to back to back, and it was like I just got into YouTube at the perfect time on my last channel. Everything just lined up, and then the money started coming, and what I was gonna say was when they cut me off, it was good when they cut me off because I was just about to start getting used to that YouTube money. Because if I had the challenges back then still going on now, I'd be one of these jokers making 20, 30,000 a month, 40, 50,000. That's where I would be at right now if I still had my YouTube channel from back then. Because that's the shit my shit was going at, my views I was getting. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube ain't stressful. So you're saying it's consistent. Yeah, I said about my free time coming. So YouTube ain't stressing you. BRH, YouTube ain't stressing you. But I guess we meant bruh. I don't know. You say you are the devil. You are the devil. I'm the devil. Why you say I'm the devil? If you take videos you have, do commentary over it, your page will get banned. Yeah, that too. That's one thing I learned too. Some finance. The last time they demonetized my shit just now, I think it was because I wasn't putting enough commentary on the videos that I was uploading. So it was kind of like they looked at it like, oh, you just reusing content. You got to put a certain amount of content on the video. You got to do your own video to the video. That's what I realized too just now. Hey, Joker said, Juan Carlos Fernandez, you are the devil. What am the devil for, dude? Shit. But yeah, man. Hit the like button. And Slim Finance, I'm gonna make you a mod too when I go back on here. I don't think I could do it from my phone. So yeah, when they demonetized it was just in the nick of time because if I would have just started getting used to that money. So you gotta pause it and talk. Oh yeah, the videos. Yeah, exactly. You gotta break it, you gotta pause it and talk. Stuff like that. So man, I mess you up, Ninja. Let's go start, man. I mess you up, Ninja. But yeah, man. YouTube, I've been through a lot with YouTube, man. There's one dude I used to know on here. His name was Liam X Mel. He was doing click on one of my messages. Let me see. I don't even know you like that, Slim Finance. You know what I'm saying? But let me mess around and put you on here as my. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, this is one time before. See, this the shit like this. You know what I'm saying? All right, boop. There you go. You should be a moderator now. And not that I'm the kind of person I don't need moderators. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be having a lot of like. I go live. I'd be lucky to get a joker or two up in here and I'll be on live. The only reason a couple people came through this one is because it's a trending topic right now. This cash money no limit shit. You know what I'm saying? He said, Ninja, I'm a hothead. Just click on, I got you, bro. Let me see, salute. I'm a mod also, guys. Obey me. Who the fuck is you? Let's go start. Obey you for what? Who you supposed to be? But yeah, man, I'm about to get out of here. Say you so tough, bro. You talking to the let's go start, dude? Yeah, you coming in here tough. Fuck out of here, dude. Let me see if I missed something on here. Say yeah, he said I'm tough. You tough. You ain't gonna do nothing to nobody, whoever you are. Let's go start. You tough. What you gonna do to who? You ain't gonna do nothing to nobody, Joker. But yeah, hit that like button if you just came in there, man. Before I got out of here. So we have four. Was it 4 likes? I think it says 3, but he's saying it's 4. Let's go. We got 4 likes up in here. Shit, a lot of people came through here. There's only 7 in here now. At one point, there was like 20, 30 people up in here. Hit the goddamn like button. You know what I'm saying? Don't cost you nothing to hit the button. And I'm the one that made that shit up. It don't cost you nothing to hit the button. I said that first. You hear Joker saying that now. I've been saying that since my last shit. It don't cost you nothing to hit the button. The old box, no like. You the toughest around here. You in here. And the thing is, this is the thing about when you come on somebody's thing. Everything you put on here helps the content. So what happened? Slim Finers got him up out of here. Shot him down. You know what I'm saying? Come in here and fucking get murked with that dumb shit, man. Popping that stupid. Everybody want to hear that shit. You go on somebody's stream to hate. What kind of life do you got to go on somebody's live stream and just put stupid shit up? You must ain't got no goddamn life. Your life must be fucking worthless. You ain't got shit to do. Nobody likes you or loves you and got nowhere to go or be at. What the fuck would you come on somebody's live stream and just hate for? You know what I'm saying? Don't even make no goddamn sense. But that's the world we live in, man. I'm the kind of person, I should see shit I don't like. I just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like, who got time to go on somebody's thing and put hatred up? But that's about it, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. I got shit to do. Yeah, people love trolling. Oh, and two, my last channel, does not forget my first channel that came out. I was the first person I seen who used to acknowledge trolling, because when this trolling shit first started out, everybody used to be like, "Don't acknowledge the trollers, don't say nothing to the people." I was the first person I see on YouTube going back and forth with people in the fucking live stream who was out here hating and trolling. I definitely, yes, the fuck I was. Everybody was ignoring the trollers and stuff like that. I would go back and forth with people. I was the first one I seen doing that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I got shit to do. Shout out to everybody that came through. Slum Finesse, shout out to you. Merkin Joker's down, coming through with that bullshit. And I'm gonna get up in my studio one of these days, man. I ain't been in there in a minute. I'm gonna get back up in there. I got the motherfucker, the Rode Procaster 2 waiting for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I got the brand Rode mic I bought with it. I'm about to get back at it soon, man. And that's about it. Shout out to everybody that came through. Hit the like button. If you watch it on the playback, stay out of the way of these jokers. And that's about it, man.